Bonjour, je m'appelle Izaan bin MAZLAN.
Bonjour, je m'appelle AHMAD bin KHAIRIL.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Abdullah bin Ali Baharudin.
Now I want to talk about background of Paris city. Paris is the capital and most populous city in France. The city of Paris is the center and seat of government of the region and province of Île-de-France or Paris region, with an estimated population of 12,997,058 in 2020, or about 80% of population of France. Paris was founded in 3rd century on Île-de-la Cité by a community of Celts. They were a group of tribal fishermen called the Parsi. Now I want to talk about top tourist spot in Paris. The first one is the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is a rough iron lattice tower on the Champ de Mars in Paris, France. The tower was constructed from 1887 to 1889 as the centerpiece of the 1889 World's Fair. It has become a global cultural icon of France and one of the most recognizable structures in the world. Eiffel Tower is the most visited monument with an entrance fee in the world, with 6.91 million people ascended in 2015. The Eiffel Tower has been named part of UNESCO World Heritage Site Paris Bank of the Seine in 1991. The tower is 330 meters tall and the tallest structure in Paris. The second one is Louvre Museum. The Louvre Museum is the world's most visited museum and a historic landmark in Paris, France. It is the home of some of the best known work art, including the Mona Lisa and the Venus de Milo. Approximately 38,000 objects from prehistory and the 21st century are being exhibited over an area of 72,735 square meters. The museum is housed in the Louvre Palace, originally built in the late 12th to 13th century under Philip II. In 2021, Louvre Museum has been visited by 2.7 million tourists. The third one is Arc de Triomphe. The Arc de Triomphe de Toile is one of the most famous monuments in Paris, France, standing at the western end of the Champ des Élysées at the center of Place Charles de Gaulle. The Arc de Triomphe honors those who fought and died for France in the French Revolutionary and Napoleonic Wars. The Arc de Triomphe was designed by Jean Chalerin in 1806. The Arc de Triomphe has an overall height of 50 meters, width of 45 meters, and depth of 22 meters. The fourth one is the Place de la Concorde. The Place de la Concorde is one of the major public squares in Paris, France, measuring 90 acres in area. It is the largest square in the France capital. It is located in the city's 8th arrondissement at the eastern end of the Champs-Élysées. The architect Angel Jacques Gabriel made a plan for the site, and the square was finished by 1772. The Place de la Concorde is famous for the Luxor obelisk, 3,300 years old Egyptian obelisk, erected on the square in October 1836.
Baguette. This long loaf of bread had been made in France for centuries. Yet, the word itself is said to have only been used since 1920. 100 years later, it is still going strong, and we saw plenty of local filling into the neighborhood. Boulanger to collect a warm loaf. Macaron. There are plenty of specialty macaron shops around Paris, each one more cute and colorful. The flavors on offer are incredible, from classic like salted caramel to modern combinations like rose water and raspberry. Eclair. The eclair is another pastry that has not always fared well when exported. Although in recent years, trendy eclair shops have opened in big cities around the world. Oyster. French oysters are renowned for their quality. There are many different varieties from different parts of the French coastline. There are types of oysters such as Arcachon oyster and also Normandy oyster.
Bastille Day. On July 14, France marked the storming of the Bastille prison, a turning point in the French Revolution. In the morning, crowds gathered to watch a military parade along the Champs-Élysées. Come evening, the Champs de Mars thronged with up to 1 million spectators as fireworks are set off from the base of the Eiffel Tower. The top of the Parc de Belleville is the favorite vantage point. Paris Fashion Week. To offer the Big Apple fashion buyers alternative to the French frock they were missing out on during the war, will be held on for men and haute couture January and June or July, and for women is on March and September or October. Today, Paris still can claim to be the world style capital, with aficionados flocking en masse to its annual fashion week. For celeb spotting, head to runway sites like the Grand Palais or the Espace Eiffel. Nuit Blanche will be held on October. All night long art party Nuit Blanche sees landmarks such as the Eiffel Tower, Louvre, and Pompidou stay open super late, while artists from around the world set up for temporary exhibit and installation across the city. Recent highlights including a giant karaoke held on the Opera Comique, a grand ball at the Hotel de Ville, and the transformation of a slice of Paris Ring Road into a giant velodrome. Fête de la Musique will be held on June. The streets of Paris came alive with the sound of music every June as free parties and concerts ring in the summer solstice throughout the city. The Institut du Monde Arabe, the Louvre, and Place d'Enfer Rocherel are among the best party spots, though we recommend simply wandering.
Paris is often called La Villa Lumière, the City of Light. The name comes from the 17th century and the Age of Enlightenment. Intellectuals will flock to the city to share ideas and innovation, which these intellectuals being the light. From a more literal standpoint, it was the first city in the world to get street light. The Eiffel Tower also brightens the area at night with its sparkling light.
The city was previously called Lutetia. One of the interesting historical facts about Paris is that it wasn't always called Paris. When the Romans conquered the area that is present-day Paris in 52 BC, the city was named Lutetia Parisiorum. It later went on to be named Parisius.
There are over 40,000 restaurants in Paris. These 40,000 plus Parisian restaurants include fine dining establishments, bistro and cafes. In central Paris, you will find approximately 12,000 dining options. Of these, 94 have 1 Michelin star, with 12 having 2 and 10 having 3 stars. Paris comes second in the world for the most Michelin star restaurant after Tokyo, Japan.
Notre Dame Cathedral is Paris' most visited landmark. The 800-year-old world-renowned cathedral receives 12 million visitors each year. Visitors come to see the intricate interior, stunning architectural exterior design. Unfortunately, this number of visitors dropped after the devastating fire that occurred in April 2019. Once the cathedral reopens completely, people expect that this number of visitors will easily get reached again.